there, partner.
Lo and behold, he doesn't pick it up.
Like, out of respect for myself, I'm not gonna drink this shit.
Threw me into a dish. She's like, Mickey Mouse.
Just let the Nile fly, man.
What's the Jesus one? Last Supper style?
Boom, there we go. That was on me. What is up? We are back. Josh looking good, fresh off of Torrey Pines. How did it go?
Jimmy Riley, man, what a day. What a day. I mean, those that know me well, Jim, know that I've been pursuing bogey golf for a lifetime.
We love that.
And you know what? I have gotten 45s in the past, not realizing that that's bogey golf. But I never put two and two together. But today, Johnny was keeping score on the scorecard. And instead of writing down like a 3, a 4, a 5, he wrote even, +1, +2, right?
Ooh.
So I'm adding it up. I go +1. I'm +9 on the front, Jim. Just an immaculate front 9 at Torrey Pines North. I felt like I was in the Farmers Insurance Open.
That's crazy. That's so sick that you guys, that's just like the local course. Like Chad's played that so many times.
Dude, $30. Residence card, get in there cheap, walk it during twilight. It's like literally cheaper than the shitty course like right down the street. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's
so it's like a no-brainer. After work on Tuesdays, that's just a no-brainer. Started the round off with a par.
okay.
Just a sexy driver down the fairway. A little 7-iron, got it to the rough and up and down. My chip just outside the circle of friendship. You know, they wanted to give it to me, but I said, guys, this is for par.
You got
right? If that's for bogey,
too?
I'll take it all day. So it's a little nerve-wracking because you know you're supposed to make it, Jim.
Exactly.
But I buried it.
You did?
Yeah.
I love that.
And you know, I was wearing my top hat that I stole.
It's a bowler
I got a
hat.
lot to say about this round, Jim. Sorry if
it's brutal.
going
No,
in here.
I want to know, how do you feel on giving putts on hole 1? I feel like hole 1, everyone's got to bang them, and then you start giving from there. You say, hey, you made the 3-footer. I can say you'll make the 3-footers the rest of the round. You know, gimme's all around.
Well, we were playing, so it was me, Chad, Jo, and we had a fourth with us who was Chad's coworker, my old coworker as well, former Pop Warner teammate of the Hakeem Mays.
Oh, that's
Small
sick.
world,
Small world,
right? Classic. And on the first hole, he putts one in from probably 35 feet for his birdie.
Damn.
And we just go, Mike, you know what? Pace of play from now on. You're good from there, man. 35,
For
dude.
real.
Bottoms. So
That's
he started off
crazy.
the run hot.
Is he good,
But I
or is
think-
it just like a lucky putt, or is he like a good golfer?
He's a bigger fella, right? If people were shapes, he'd be a circle.
It's okay. I have thoughts on bigger guys playing golf. It's easier for them to play golf. A lot of them rest their hands on their belly and it never leaves. It leaves for a half second in their backswing and then it gets right back on their belly. Putting, same deal. They're resting there. It's like everyone else has got to steady up and they're like, they got to try it. You know what I mean? It's a stabilizer.
It's the Fat Perez special.
It's crazy.
The FP special.
Crazy.
But anyway, I mean, he was a sneaky athlete, you know? He was you were kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. He started the round birdie par.
Okay.
He's going toe-to-toe with Mills. I'm like, okay, who does this guy think he is?
And is Mills legit now? Sorry for keep cutting in. This is totally
No. This is important because I forgot to give him a shout-out. Last time we played Torrey, which was on Thursday, he went -2 on the front.
And what happened on the back? I saw him post the front. When you post the front scorecard, that means the back's usually not good. Did you just not finish? What's the
Well,
rub?
we didn't finish. We got through like maybe 15 holes. We got through 14 and then skipped across and played 18 on our way in. There were some bogeys in there for Chad. There were some bogeys in there on the back nine.
I respect.
He didn't blow it completely, but I mean,
wasn't
yeah.
Yeah. I just curious. I was just curious. And you post the front nine. It's usually. I didn't have the heart to ask what the back was because if it was bad, I didn't want to.
The thing is if you're playing Torrey in the twilight, you're not going to finish the 18. So it's like
right.
People have no point of reference for you to say, "Oh, I got an 86 through 15."
Okay.
It just doesn't make sense in people's heads. So you have to cut it off. You know, you've seen my post.
Yeah.
I like to keep people updated at the turn because what are we going to say? I got this through 13. People don't know what that means.
Now, have you guys ever done like the front 9 one day and then been like at the clubhouse like, hey, do you mind if we catch the back 9 for the twilight? That way we could get our full 18. And then
So
off of that,
right,
do you count that score, a 2-day score? I mean, I guess they would in the PGA had there been delay of games. You know what I mean? Weather.
I don't count that. If my homie was like, yeah, dude, last year I played Torrey Pines, but we only got to do the front. And then when I played 18 this year, you take my back 9 score.
No,
I don't
not
know.
like
No,
that.
I know. I
No,
exaggerated it.
that's
I
crazy.
exaggerated
But yeah, I feel
dude,
you. You're driving home the point.
Come on. Yeah. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
I have a few questions to answer. You threw a lot at me there.
My bad.
First of all, if it's for double bogey or higher, no problem with good on the first hole. No problem with it. For me though, what are we paying for this round if we're not trying to hit putts? Like that's some of the most exciting parts of the game.
That's true.
You know what I
It's
mean?
also some of the
Don't
most
take that from
frustrating
me.
parts. So it's like
Right.
if you're fucking up and you're like your boy's struggling with this putting, and you're like, I'll save you a couple strokes. You're like, hey, good. Like
Right.
even
No,
if he's
trust me,
6
I
feet
get it.
out.
Like if
But
I have an 8-foot bogey putt, I know it's a little long for the good, but
if they
I
give it
want you to give it to me, but it's like, no, this is the difference. Say a 5-footer for bogey. It's like, this is the difference between a bogey golfer and a double bogey golfer. Let me see where I'm at, But I don't know if I answered all the questions. I feel like you
sounds
threw,
right.
a couple more at me.
No,
But
that was my bad. But keep going.
No,
So
you're
you're on hole 1. You're doing well.
oh
Hole
yeah,
2,
man.
or
Got up
bogues.
and down, put it in the hole, and we were off and running. Back-to-back pars at some point there,
We love it.
followed by a triple. I mean, this is the part I was going to tell you. I was wearing the top hat. And so I go to check in, and there's a huge line to check in.
Are you self-conscious about the top hat at all? Like when you have it
No,
on,
when
are you? I know you're not, but like, are you secretly looking around to see who's looking at you wearing a top hat?
I forget I'm wearing it.
That's crazy.
I personally forget I'm
because
wearing it.
it's not a top hat; it's a bowler hat. It's a crazy.
It's a 1920s Italian mobster hat.
Yeah.
It's like who's the guy? Al Capone.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Like Al Capone's hitman. It's a hitman hat.
It's a bowler hat.
Anyway, it's neither here nor
Anyway,
there.
it's a long line.
So let me tell the full story about the hat now that we're here. So once upon a time, it's the pandemic, so they pushed back outside lands to do it on Halloween. And I didn't have a costume, but I had this nice brown, what do you call those, blazers, like a suit jacket,
Yeah.
So my theory is, if you don't have a Halloween costume, but you're going to a costume party, all you have to do is dress up somewhat unique, throw on a blazer, throw on a hat,
And call yourself.
and then you. What do you think where do you think I'm going with this? I think you know this.
An author?
No. An author, exactly.
Hey.
You pick a famous
I love
author
it.
that everyone knows the name, but no one knows what they look like.
That's so
So I
good.
said, so anyway, Derek Sorensen, it was his top hat that he had brought to Outside Lands.
Really?
And I said, hey, can I wear that? And 4 or 5 years later, still rocking it strong, never giving
That's
it back.
crazy because he bought it as a prop item, like as a costume piece, and you wear it as an EDC, an everyday carry is your bowler hat. I mean, it fits you. I don't even bat an eye now. Honestly, when you wear it, it's just like, he's
I mean,
Josh.
it's golf. It's golf. It's just like Tiger and his Reds. You got Jay in the
It's
green
crazy,
polo.
though.
No, I'm telling you, man. Like, we all got our own different swag out there on the golf. It makes me feel like a true gentleman when I'm playing the gentleman's game.
That's crazy. Because then
The
you
guy
wear
at-
like you don't even have golf shoes. Like a gentleman would have golf shoes.
I got some like mid golf shoes. They're like halfway. They're not spikes, but they got like a spike shaped bottom to them.
Oh, really?
Oh, you think 45 happens on accident, Jim?
Well, last time I saw you were playing in like Vans.
Those are them.
That is.
They're like Van like golf shoes, like athletic-y. I don't know if that's what they're designed. They are designed for that, actually. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to do some research, but
Do some research, huh?
neither here nor there. The guy at the front of Torrey who
Yes.
checks everyone in. This guy checks in hundreds of people a day. looks like he's been there for 30 years. This guy's seen everything under the sun. He goes, "Nice hat. Probably the best hat I've ever seen. Way to go, guy." Exact quote. Exact quote. I go, "Oh, the hat? Thanks, man."
I didn't even know I was wearing this 1920 style bowler hat.
Wait, what? Anyway,
that's sick. Though
I was feeling good. I think that was the boost I needed to get that par
exactly.
on
Hey,
hole 1.
that's all it takes in golf. You just get a little boost here and there, and you're good to go. Carries you through the round. Love it. So okay, so you ended up doing how'd you do on the front? How did your front card look today?
Bogey golf. So I got that 45.
Oh, so you actually went 45-45. You didn't it wasn't split. You didn't go like 47-40. You know what I mean? Like, and then shoot more birdies on the back end. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Well, kinda. I feel like something got lost in translation though, because we only played 9 holes today. Well, we played 10.
I thought you played 15 today. There it is. Yes.
On Thursday we played that 15.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I'd gotten 49 on the front 9 on Thursday. So incremental improvements.
That's fucking good. 45.
I'll
is
take it,
nothing
Tim.
to
I'm telling
sneeze
you,
at.
I'm ready. I'm ready for our rematch.
I know.
Every time we play golf, it always ends in a tie. Not even you and I directly, just like the teams or whatever it is. Like it always.
The last 2 times, that's so brutal. Ties are just, you hate to see. But again, it's the best thing for a group of friends is a tie because then there's
I'm surprised you feel that way, Jim. Honestly, I was so surprised how happy and content you were with the tie.
You got to.
I thought you would be the type of guy to be like, "Fuck that, let's go to the fucking chipping range."
If it was 1-on-1, I would totally be there. You got to understand the people you're playing with. Sometimes the people you're playing with, it's better to take the tie so there's no love lost because sometimes that's the thing. Not on my, I would have been cool, win, lose, draw, cool. But
you don't want the asterisk either. You know,
oh,
it's like, hey, I beat you. Yeah, you beat me in the chip off.
Exactly.
After
that sucks.
You know, it's like, that doesn't feel good.
That does suck, but it also is kind of sick. It's like you couldn't chip. What? Like, but
Win's
you
a
should,
win.
Okay, how do you feel about this? If you're going for a tie, it should be a drive, chip, putt, off. You should do all 3. That's the only way, because then someone can win 2 of 3, and you're doing 3 different things. Because what if my chip gets
you're
shit?
saying separately.
Yeah, we go to the range.
Drives, you see who drives the
furthest, straightest, and it's like a judgment thing. Furthest, straightest, and
best drive.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, best drive, and then you go, okay, white flag, boom. Well, that's the end of that.
But you're wiping it. You're wiping it after each of them.
One
right?
person
so
gets
like,
a point.
Yeah.
After the drive, boom. Then you go to the chipping, white flag. Closest gets a point. Then you go to the putting green and you pick a spot and you just say.
But then why not? I mean, you're saying you're hopping from the range to the. Well, where are you even? I don't even. Why not just play a playoff hole at that point, Jim?
Because there's people behind you and you can't just go back. But at San Jose Muni, you just walk to the driving range. I mean, it's all right there. It's within 10
Pick
steps
a flag.
of each other. Quick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate a chip off. I just not for me. But that's a good day of golf. That's a good day all around. So what are you doing for work? Are you still at
your boy is finally substitute teaching.
No way.
We're off and rolling, Jim. Your boy is officially signed up for fucking 2 different substitute teaching staffing companies. Should get my first classroom experience this week, if not next week. I mean, definitely next week, if not this week. So
nice. So what have you been doing?
Huh?
What have you been doing if you haven't been in the classroom?
Nothing. Just getting ready and
getting stuff ready to go. Nice.
To make the jump. Yeah, like checking the references. They're waiting to hear back from a reference and doing the fucking payroll and whatever. But I'm finally at the place where it's like you could receive a call tomorrow morning. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Oh, dude. Okay, so how are you feeling about that? Is there a certain grade you would like to get first, or what are your grade ranges potentially?
I put my preference high school, middle school, elementary school.
Okay, so
I'd rather be working with some developed minds.
Oh, geez, you can't say that kind of stuff. Developed needs to be removed from your category as a teacher. That's crazy.
I was gonna say young adults.
That's way better. Way better
okay.
than developed is. That's just reeks of.
They're mines. I said mines after, Jim.
I
don't
don't
fucking paint me into a picture. I haven't even had my first date yet. Dick.
That's why I'm trying to save you. I'm saving you.
No, I know. It's not. I'm not gonna have no funny business.
No,
but
I'm just fucking around.
No, I'm just saying, like, no pictures. Fucking stay the fuck away from me. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Definitely gonna have my fucking.
Do you remember subs back in the day that you were like, dude, you're getting way too close with some of the kids? I remember we had one that always showed up in like a tracksuit. He wore a tracksuit all the time, and then he showed up on this website. What?
Just dick printing it up.
Oh yeah, dude, it was weird. It was weird. And he would always be like the one like leaning over the desk, like talking to girls and stuff. And then he ended up on the website The Dirty. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Yeah, I mean it's like with all the ratchet people, and I guess he was just a fiend
creep.
Back in the day. Yeah, a creep. Exactly. But no, that's sick. So high school. Wow.
I'm just more excited because you know me, Jim. I was the type of student that if there was a teacher that when you asked them a random question about anything in the world, they would just answer it and not get back on track.
Yeah,
they would just take
going off on a tangent.
As long as you're engaging and answering or asking questions, they'll go as long as they need to on any topic that you bring up. So I kind of hope to be one of those. You know, I'm kind of hoping for some societal questions. What's it like to be an adult? I don't know, shit like that.
Just stay in school as long as.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to be the opposite of a gatekeeper to all things.
Yeah, which is good because I feel like a lot of kids don't hear that side of things, right? Like all they hear is go to college, and it's like there's so many other options. Damn, that's sick though. That was gonna be my next question. Are you gonna be a stick on the curriculum type guy, or are you gonna be we got a little off topic. That's my apologies.
My game plan, honestly, this is truly my game plan, especially as a substitute teacher, is my opening line to the class is, hey guys, this is about to be the easiest class you've ever had your whole life. Everyone put your pencils away. You know? Like, just set the vibe. So it's like, even if it turns out to be a hard class, they've already kind of like been like, all right, at least it's chill today. You know?
Yeah. No, I like that. Now, okay,
That's where my head's at. Like, I'm going to be like, I put them in the mind state that, oh, today's class is going to be chill, or he's an easy/chill teacher.
How about,
and then they don't give me shit.
As long as you respect me, I'll respect you, and this will be the easiest day of your lives.
Literally, like, I'm just going to keep it so simple. Like, look, this is going to be so easy. There's this things that you guys have to get done. Get it done. I'm going to stay out of your hair. I'm here if you have any questions.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's
just like,
that sounds so sick.
like, first thing, all right, you guys are all hyped up from recess right now. Like, first 10 minutes of class, everyone just play on their phones and chat. You know? With 10 minutes. I could spare the 10 minutes, you know, than trying to fucking talk to some kids that don't give a fuck. So I got a couple strategies in the cut. We'll apply them.
Like
we'll just
That's so great that you've never been on the opposite end of the teaching in the classroom.
How hard could it be, dude? You're only gonna learn as much as you want to fucking learn. I'm not gonna fucking force a book down someone's
That's
throat,
true, and
you know
it's
what I mean?
so different being a sub than the actual teacher. It's apples and oranges. You can play.
Yeah, you're
good
playing
cop.
a long game, you know.
You're good cop all day. It's like,
yes,
fuck it. Are you going by Mr. Landers, Mr. L, Mr. Josh, Coach?
Well, I'm thinking Mr. J, Mr. J.
Mr. J is sick. What was I?
What do we think?
That's
Mr.
sick.
J is kind of swag.
Mr. J is sick, and they're gonna think your name's like some long, complicated ass name. You're like, Josh. it's Josh.
Call me Mr. J. Dr. J.
Mr. J.
Dr. J.
You should get a doctor. You should pay for a doctor and something just so you could go by Dr. J.
I got a PhD. Play a hating degree. Hey.
God, that's good. Damn, so you could get a call. What time do you get phone calls? Like, you got to be up early now? Is this like a 6 a.m.?
Like 7.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I think they call you at 7. I think maybe earlier, maybe 6:30. I don't know. I think most places start at like 7:38. Have things changed? I don't even know.
I don't know because I feel like they're getting out
my email
earlier, but I don't know if they're just getting out earlier or if they're going in earlier.
San Diego lifestyle, bro. We get in at 9:30, out by
Chill, bro. They're
12:30.
surfing to school. It's so crazy.
But yeah, I'm hoping to parlay it into a little coaching gig too.
I like that.
Someone's got to
That's
have a
it.
basketball team. Someone's got to have a flag football team.
And unfortunately, that's what I mean. A lot of those aren't going to be paid positions, but that's why there's going to be openings. You know what I mean? Like people who just aren't going to want to do it, and it's a good foot in the door. It's a good foot in the door to real teaching if you want to step up and just actually get your credential and teach public school. I don't know, man.
A little experience. Who knows, man? You got
Go
to
to
get your foot in the
private
water.
school. That's what you should do. Go to private school. That way you
Well,
don't got to go back.
Bees got offered the coaching position.
Yeah.
Did I talk about this with you or?
I'm not sure if you
Did
said it on
Fees talk-
here or you said it to me, but I'm not sure if it was on the podcast. That's sick. So has anything come of that?
No, it was like, how many fucking follow-ups am I going to send my boy Fees? I trust him. He knows my interests.
That's true.
I'm not going to nudge the guy, but I might have to give him a nudge because tomorrow night. By the way, JP's in town. He was just
I
right here
saw pictures of or like a picture of him in San Diego. Love him.
going to work.
By the way, the greatest dad maybe ever. He's so funny. His daughter
Top
is
two, not to.
exactly him. It's like it's crazy. It's
I
literally.
have a feeling
funny.
she's gonna be a wild, like gonna be a wild child.
I mean, she's
like
just
definitely a lot of personality.
a lot, which is hilarious. So you said he's going to work up there, down there?
He's working with KB right now. Came down to work for a week. The roofing.
Nice. So I didn't know KB was doing roofing down there.
Oh yeah, dude. KB's his dad has the roofing business, exclusively roofing.
Yeah.
And then KB is like manning the Southern California branch.
I didn't know they had a branch in there. So I knew you guys were doing that because like
They
Kenny.
didn't until he came down here.
Really?
Yeah, they just like set up shop type deal.
That's so fucking sick. Good for him.
Sounds like
Good for
everything's
them.
been going well though.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that.
And big news here in San Diego. I don't know, how relevant this is, but Donnie, Kenny, and Kobe all live together. Kobe's moving to Miami. Gone in
I
like
hope
a month.
he's not taking a helicopter.
What is that? Oh, dude, I thought that was an Iranian president reference.
Is he Iranian?
You see
No,
that?
it's a Kobe joke. No, but I did see that the Iranian president went down in an American helicopter.
Was it an American helicopter? I was gonna say that shit had CIA written all over
That's
it.
what-
Jim. Tell me it didn't. Tell me it didn't.
It 100%. Well, that's the first thing. Like I saw it on the news, and like I came
As
home.
soon as I saw it.
And then that's the first thing I asked my dad. I was like, "What are the odds we did that?" He's like, "No, I don't think so." He's like, "It was like bad conditions, yada yada." It's a 30-year-old helicopter that the Americans don't even fly anymore, so it is more likely than not that happened. But like,
It was foggy as shit. I saw some of the news footage.
I don't
was
fly
so
in the
foggy.
fog.
It was so foggy, but no, it definitely felt like it had some Franz Ferdinand vibes coming with it.
Exactly. That's the thing. Well, it's like things are getting tense with Russia. You know what I mean? Like everything just is parading
With
that
Iran,
way.
too.
It's like,
Oh yeah,
well, that's what I mean.
The fuck-
Iran's getting backed by them now. It's a
it's
messy
crazy.
situation.
The thing, dude, Jim, I don't know if in our generation we'll ever have like a legit war. I think it'll all just be proxies.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and that's
Like, yeah.
no. You go.
That's all
I
I had
mean,
to say.
I know. I forget what the saying is. Like, I don't know what World War III will be fought with, but I know World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Like that's the one that gets me. It's like, damn, that is true. Like we're just gonna be drone. You know what I mean? It's gonna be drones until that's too much, and it's like nuke. Okay, well now we're done. So where do we go from here?
Yeah, fucking Israel got rid of all the tunnels. It's like, where the fuck can't go underground?
Can't go.
But
Damn,
Just-
that's crazy.
I tried.
But they can. in
Maybe
New
it
York.
could have been. Maybe we got to use some of those Brooklyn tunnels.
That's what I see. Yeah,
There we go.
man, I said, but they can in New York.
There we go.
But yeah, okay. Sorry, off track. But yes, that was very fishy at a minimum. But Kobe's going to
Yeah.
Miami.
So Kenny's lived down the street for me for almost a year now.
Mm-hmm.
And now the gang's getting broken up, dude. They're moving out. Kenny's going to North Park to live with Kendall. Like, I'm just a little bit heartbroken because I would walk down to Kenny's house. He'd be working from home. I'd walk in, pour myself fresh freaking Brita water,
It's so nice.
Honey, I'm home. You know, dude, like,
That's
I'm sad
funny.
about it, Jim.
Yeah, I was just talking to D Roach about this because we had one of our neighbors, Sam Leahy. I'm sure you met Leahy a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, legend, the best. But he lived 5 houses down from us all throughout my time in Reno, except my last year. And so it would be, same thing. Like, you'd be walking home late night. You just look through the sliding glass door and be like, fuck it, people are in there. Let me come on in. And it was like the greatest thing ever. You were never like, you're home alone. Like, let me just go on a walk, see who's over there. Never a text, just pop right on in. The best thing ever.
Right. And dude, it's like sometimes it's like my favorite part about living where I live was that I was on the same street as the boys. You know?
Oh.
It's like now you take my favorite part about my fucking living situation, dude. You're coming from my home. I take it personal.
No, that's
the news.
That is
what
tough,
I got,
though.
man.
And so they're moving. How far away is North Park?
Like 20 minutes, dude.
Oh shit, that's a real
15 minutes.
That's a real commute.
Yeah.
And so it's just you,
End of an era is what I'm saying, Jim. It might be an end of an era for the PB boys, dude. I think people are going to start going North County, getting up there in Del Mar, like Feezer.
Yeah.
Dante's talking about moving in with his girl. It's just, man, life comes at you fast, Jim.
Oh.
It's like you don't want to be the last one at the party, you know? It's like musical chairs out here.
Exactly. You're looking around with the beer in your hand, fucking, who's here? No, it is sad, though. I mean, it's, like you said, it comes at you quick. But I will say the one thing is I feel like that whole group has been close for the last 10 years, which that's what makes it suck. But it's like also...
We'll always be close.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck it. It's 20 minutes away. And I feel like a San Diego 20 minutes is not a San Jose 20 minutes. You know what I mean? I feel like
you might be onto something there. But it's not a 15-minute walk.
That's true. And that's
the tough pill to swallow there.
It is. How is Ken Dugan doing?
Dude, I think Kenny's thriving, man. He's tan as ever. He's jacked as ever.
Sick.
Still hooping once a week. Still sending us our Manscaped money.
Hey, just got it today. Gotta love that. Shout out Manscaped. Gotta love that. Yeah, no, that's sick.
All right, fellas. Blink if you haven't purchased a Father's Day gift yet. Yeah, we thought so. Today's episode is brought to you by Manscaped, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming. Maybe your pops has a bush since the 70s, and that's okay. Our friends at Manscaped have crafted the total package for his special day. Whether it's for the boys downstairs, his beard, or even the best pair of underwear out there, Manscaped has his bases covered. Head over to manscaped.com and get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Trough. From daddy to zaddy. Trust Manscaped.
That's a crazy line to have in there. He's right, though. I mean, some of your dads, I'm sure, got ear hair, nose hair, fucking hair that's been on their face since they were in grade school. That's just how they made them back then. Some real fucking men. Clean that shit up with Manscaped. They will never look better. I'm sure everyone in their life will thank them. And you know that beard trimmer that your dad's been using since, look at, here we go. Since you were in grade school. Yeah, it probably needs upgrading. Introducing the Beard Hedger Pro Kit, the complete beard maintenance kit for all the bearded kings. This all-in-one kit comes with, God, I got to get close to my computer. Comes with a Beard Hedger, Manscaped's most advanced beard trimmer, as well as shampoo, conditioner, oil, and balm for his beard. It also comes with brush, comb, and scissors so he can style his beard and mustache like the true gentleman he is. No beard kit would be complete without Manscaped's handyman face shaver. For that smooth finish we know he loves, this bad boy is all he needs. Compact enough to fit in any travel case? Make sure he takes this one on his next trip. If he carries a lot of body hair like most dads do, you bears, you're in luck with this Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. This bad boy is designed with fathers in mind, featuring the signature Lawnmower 5.0. This Father's Day is also perfect. It's also the perfect time for your old man to stop stealing his wife's nail clippers and finally have a kit of his own that will last him a lifetime. I just tried to clip my nails, absolutely butchered them yesterday.
You're a biter.
I
It's a lifetime of biting.
haven't bitten them in a month, and so I've been clipping them. Bad news. I can't clip my nails for shit because I've never done it before. Who would have known? The Shears 3.0 is the 5-piece precision men's nail grooming kit that any father needs to stay on top of his self-care with professional grade stainless steel tools sized and styled for the task at hand. That set of underwear that he got for Christmas a decade ago definitely needs some upgrading. And what better way than with Manscaped's Boxers 2.0? The 2.0 boxers were designed with a simple mission to make the most comfortable boxers a man could buy. It starts with the jewel pouch, a dedicated space that cradles your stones, and a place with a perforated performance fabric for extra breathability.
I'm wearing them right now, Jim, and let me tell you something. The boys are breathing. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code Trough at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code TROUGH. Never forget where you came from. If you know what I mean, happy Father's Day.
That's
from
crazy.
Manscaped.
You came from your father's nutsack if you didn't get it. That's nuts. Good on Manscaped.
Did it as I was reading it. Shout out.
Shout out Manscaped. Peace. So good.
Hell yeah. Oh, I got another shout out.
Okay.
No free shout out.
Love this.
So I don't know. I think it was D Roach was out at Goosetown this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
And he sends a video of someone who's killing it at karaoke. Turns out it's my brother Seth.
Really? Did he enter the karaoke championship?
Was there a tournament?
Was it Saturday?
He was there.
Yeah. Okay. That's
I
hilarious.
got both clips.
So yeah, I think Goosetown was like an official host of like the karaoke championships, and if you won that round, it's like American Idol. If you got a golden ticket, you go to Las Vegas for the next round.
Oh, let's
and
go.
So I was supposed to go because Todd was supposed to sing, and then he got sick the day of, and so he didn't end up singing. I'm like, wow. I mean,
a little stage fright.
A lot of stage fright. He was gonna sing "Don't Stop Believing," but what did Seth sing? I got a text from him. I think
That's
yesterday.
a good question. Probably he just called me right before the pod. I said, I gotta go. I'm about to pod. He said, let me get a shout out. I said,
wow, shout out Seth. I mean, the man. Dude, I feel bad because he usually texts me. He'll text me during work, and I like. Not unlike my last job, I actually have to work all day long, and so like I'm never on my phone now, and it's just like, just I see it and I just forget. But Seth is a legend. Shout out, Seth. I know you're listening.
Yeah.
But that's sick. So how was it? I mean, I know he kills the Yoki's.
I don't know. It was just nice to see, he's still holding it down in our hometown. I mean, it's just nice that we have a hometown bar, Oh, yeah. And I just think it's sick that Seth is like a staple of the hometown bar. It's like, you pop your head into Goose. You're probably going to see someone you went to high school with, which is like crazy to actually think that it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's other bars in the area, one, and then two, it's like years and years and years later, but it's just that local
nice.
Watering hole.
It's a dive. It's going to be quiet until it gets late night and they start singing karaoke, but they got dice on hand so you can play liar's dice. I mean, it's just a solid spot. Shout out Goose.
Because I don't know if we talked about this during the last pod. I always forget how many days passed in between, but I guess there was like the high school reunion.
Yeah, we did talk about this. Yeah,
we did talk about it.
Yeah.
But it's just cool, because they'll just like, people will run into Seth and Seth will call me and be like, guess who I'm here with?
Right. And it's like,
okay, cool.
I'm here with Roman
Philly,
Shaw.
You didn't shout out Philly and Vicky Lopresti. I mean, you didn't invite me to your wedding, but thanks for having Seth call me when you ran into him.
That's
shout out.
Sick. Hey, shout out Vicky and Philly and Vicky for inviting me to your wedding. My oldest friend on the books. Shout out Phil, legend.
I swear to God, I'm the Michael Jordan of wedding invites. If you don't invite me, I take that personally.
I'm like the Michael Jordan of wedding invites. I've gotten like 6 in the last year. Fucking sucker.
6 for 6.
Sucker. No, I do. Joey's wedding is coming up in a month though. It came up quick, but in Bend, Oregon. Joey Gatelli.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'll bring some queso.
I'm pretty sure I made that exact joke last week. I was trying to restrain myself.
Trying to get the invite. But his.
All right, here's something.
Okay. Yes, love it.
So, Dante left for Cabo, right? So he's out of town right now. And so I'm bored, right? I don't have my guy to play 2K with. I don't got my guy to play Madden with. And so what did I do? I went ahead and downloaded a lacrosse video game.
Oh wow.
Casey Powell 18.
It's so weird. Yeah.
When I tell you this is the most fun video game I may have ever played in my whole life, I'm having so much fun. They need to make like an updated lacrosse video game. It just made me fall in love with the sport even more.
Well,
I love lacrosse. If I were to have a kid, I want my kid to play college lacrosse. Like that would be like my dad goal, sports wise.
I love that. Yeah, no, I played one lacrosse video game and it was like the most fun. But the PFL is on ABC now. It's like going mainstream. Professional lacrosse
Yeah, I
league.
think that's Vrabel, right?
Yep.
Is that Vrabel's league? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He's trying to take it mainstream. It's been the fastest growing sport in America for like 100 years.
They say that, then they also say it's the oldest sport in America. So it's like,
that's true though.
Which is it? Is it like there was one person playing the first year, then 2, 100% boost, then 4? Is this what we're doing? Like, it's crazy.
It's the future, bro. It's the future.
It is. But dude, something about Lax
it ain't
Bros.
The present.
It's definitely not that. And it ain't the past. But there's something about the Lax Bros. You know what I mean? It just, they got a stigma.
They do have a stigma. But that's why we need the good Lax Bros like Paul Vrabel.
Paul Vrabel he's the best.
Were
you there at Toscano's when Andy was fucking?
Oh yeah.
He had I think it was a tennis ball. It wasn't even like a real lacrosse ball, and he just hucks one because that was the Vrabel special, just fucking as hard as you could. Misses the garage door, hits the side lamp. I mean, it's a target this big, about 6 inches tall. Drills it, shatters. I mean, couldn't do it again if he tried, but it was the most incredible thing.
And tell me why we were all low-key freaking out like we just did the worst thing in the world.
Because
looking back, it's like one little broken lamp should have been expected once a week.
Exactly.
Like the way that we were out there. Like it's like we thought we fucked up so bad. It's like, oh, like no one's hurt. Like, okay.
Well, I think that one says a lot about the friend group we were in. A good group of friends. And 2, I think it says a lot about the Toscanos. Like, we treated their house with the utmost respect because they were like, come on over whenever. You know what I mean? Pool's always open. Like, come on over. So it was like, fuck, is this going to be the end of good time? You know what I mean? Like, Joe could have pulled the plug on. Lori would have never.
Right. It's like, that's Joe the last straw. Now they're damaging property. That's it.
100%.
But I remember I asked Lori one time, I was like, how are you so okay with like us always being over here? Like, I don't know how you do it. And she's like, well, the window that I get to have you guys like in my life, and be around you guys is so small that I just try and soak it all in. I'm like, if that's not the most beautiful fucking logic and reasoning I've ever heard,
it's crazy.
Shed a tear just thinking about that right now. It's crazy.
It was just her birthday too. Shout out LT.
Shout out.
But
she's pretty good at texting me on mine.
I know. I felt bad. I didn't text her, and then like the day after I saw Matt's Instagram, I was like, "Fuck! I can't do the day late. I'm not a day late texter."
But here's the thing that the previous generation doesn't understand. Our parents' generation is that it is your obligation as the person whose birthday it is to let people know it's your birthday as much as you want people to recognize that it's your birthday.
For sure.
You agree?
Yeah.
So it's like throw it. This used to be my technique. You throw it out like little birthday week. Like, can't believe my birthay's in 5 days.
That's the worst. Oh my god. I can't believe I host a podcast with this fucking cocksucker. That's crazy.
Give a little sprinkle, give a little warning, just to let people know. So it's like, hey man, my birthday is coming up. And then on your birthday, you make another post like, thanks for all the birthday wishes. Like, today is my birthday. I'm 28 years old today. And then people will properly know, all right, it's time to wish him happy birthday. If you don't make a single post on Instagram, if you don't make a single text in the group chat, how am I supposed to just know it's your birthday? What am I, Facebook?
That's okay. Well, that's a good thing you brought up. I just go on Facebook. If like I get suspicious that it's a friend's birthday soon, I just hit Facebook and I'm like, okay, double check. But dude, that is absolutely the most crazy thing I've ever heard. Posting birthday week as a grown man posting birthday week.
Well, this is back in the day, Jim. This is back in the day. But the logic still applies, man. The logic still applies.
It does.
If you want people to say happy birthday,
let
people know it's your birthday. And honestly, if you're really prepared, a week notice.
No, fuck off, dude. That's like, okay, there's this one. I'm trying my best to stay sane, and it's like not a big thing at all, and it's just like something that comes across on my Instagram that someone posts on their story, and they're like, it's a vote for me for this competition, like, and they clearly don't deserve to win the competition. And they've, for like a month, have been nonstop, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. And so I finally went in, found the competition's main page, and I started voting for the people that I actually thought should be winning the competition. I was like, fuck you. Like, this is what you get for putting this in my face. Now I'm interested. You wanted me to get interested. Now I'm interested. And now you're not winning. So, I mean, I was, it just drove me crazy though. Cause I kept seeing it. And finally I was like snapped. I was like, God, fuck this. But yeah. Classic.
People are like, oh, it can't hurt to post more. Like, post more, you know? It can't hurt. Oh, it can hurt.
It can hurt.
I will completely change how I view you as a person.
Well,
if you post the same fucking link to vote for you 10 times.
Exactly. Except if you post in podcast links, that's a completely different situation.
Well, that's a new epi, Jim.
It is.
That's a new epi.
That is true. It is a new episode. And I even hate it.
By the way.
What?
Crazy stat. I'm pretty sure I forgot exactly the whatever, but it's 99% of podcasts don't make it past episode 33.
Wow, that is crazy.
99% don't make it past 33, and I think it's like 70 don't make it past episode 1. So just a shout out to Jim. Shout out to all the boys on the Trough Talk, man. Holding it down. Like, just keeping it going is half the battle, man. You feel the momentum. We got the clips going.
It's good.
You know what I mean? La Villa's talking about sponsorship. Goosetown wants us to do a live pod. There's just a lot of things rolling.
It's just
keep going, man. Just keep going.
Gotta keep going. No, one thing I do gotta get better about is just posting on like the actual Trough Talk page, just because I don't, like I said, I'm working. It's just like when I get home, the last thing I want to do is open my phone and start clipping shit, open the computer, start clipping shit. But I will be better. It's a promise.
Hey man, let him cook. Let him fucking cook. That's it.
Dude, speaking of keeping it rolling, this starting, let's see, Sunday up until next Monday, but up until now has been such a fire week for me. You know what I mean? Great. I don't even know. Like, Sunday was just a good day. And then Monday, go to jiu-jitsu early morning, which, again, shout out 10th Planet San Jose. Shout out Alan Sanchez. We're opening this weekend.
San Jose up and running?
This weekend's first weekend, opening weekend, and then Monday will be our first classes, or his first classes, our first classes. I've signed up. I can say hour now. So I'm fucking so juiced for that. But that's adding to it, right? Like, we got our big open mat this weekend. Fucking, he's put a lot of work into it. The new rash guards he had made just came in. They're so sick. It's the San Jose Sharks logo, but instead of a hockey stick, it's snapping a leg. Oh, tight.
That's so sick. And he's a graphic design guy, right? Like,
he went to school for art. Yeah. So like he drew like a mock up, and then like obviously their graphic team was just like clean some stuff up. But very sick. So like then you got that going. Monday morning at jiu-jitsu, we're working on deep half, which is my shit. It's like the one thing that I actually like doing, and like is a good workout doing. So you getting out, fully worked out, work's going, it's crazy, but it feels good. And then this weekend we're going to Discovery Bay, just hanging out. We're just hanging out. I got like not a beach house, but it's like on the water, just chilling. And it's gonna
You and the fam, or
no
you and the
me
two guys?
and the boys. It's like Mikey, Tay, Mitch, Todd, that
The
crew.
classic.
Classics.
Been doing this since the '90s, damn near.
Damn near. Yeah, I mean, added a couple here and there, but damn near. But yeah, just been nice, just keeping it rolling, you know.
Well, dude, glad to hear you're having a good week, Jim. Nothing beats that.
And it came off a shitty
glad.
week, off of car problems. I mean, is there anything worse than I had coolant issues up the ad? The thing kept cooling on, coolant. I'm like, I'm not about to make an 8-hour drive with coolant issues. This is how you catch on fire on the 5.
Yeah.
And so then I've been in talks about a new car, a 20-year-old fucking
car, yeah.
4Runner, but it's lifted and it's got a sick paint job. Oh, just brings me back.
You love it. You already love it.
I do. And the guy's like, meet me right now. So I'm like, he's in Nevada. And I'm like, I'm not going to go up to Tahoe on Memorial Day week. I mean, I just.
I will make that trip with you.
Yeah?
Like, I'll fly up and road trip to Reno with you 100,000,000%.
Oh, I'm down. Like I said,
I don't know about like your timetable, but if you give me enough leeway,
we'll talk off
I've
the
been
pod.
trying to make a Reno trip to go see doves and just to fucking.
That's right, because I know Boog's in too, so we can make a trip out of it. But yeah, we'll talk about that off pod. But
the road trough talk.
I'm
Dude,
down. I got a
on the-
GoPro.
on
Just
the
strap it
road?
on. I got a dash cam, bro. Dash cam has been so sick. Oh my god, been catching red light runners left and right. Bad driver, and that's all I wanted it for. I don't care about others' validation. I just want to be able to play back the tapes and know that there are shitty drivers in front of me, people crossing the line, and it's not just me. Like,
Does
blank.
it have like an app?
No,
Like, how
it
do you
just
get the playback?
it's just an SD drive. So I have one that lasts like 6 hours, and then I just unplug it at the end of the day, play it back, and then can erase at will. But
Jim is spending his 6 hours after work just watching this time on the
yeah,
road.
who am I kidding? I'm like, I don't like clipping videos, and then I go back and I'm like, that cunt crossed or cut me off at fucking 2:30 at lunch, and then I go back, find the tape, pull it up.
You just go back in the tape. Nope, still not a big fan of Alma. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Pass it every day, every goddamn day I drive by it. No, but yeah,
Good stuff, man.
life's been good to me so far. That's been on the playlist too. Whew. What else is new? Anything else new with you?
Dude, not too much. Not too much. I went to a gay bar this past weekend. Actually, I went to a lesbian bar this past weekend.
Oh, nice. How was that?
So, do you know Dice?
Yeah, love Dice.
Nick Dildine?
Yeah.
Dildine?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has a girl that he's been talking to. I have a girl that I've been talking to. And the girl that I've been talking to has a roommate who has a girlfriend.
Nice.
So they're lesbians. Anyway, so the plan was to go out to this lesbian bar. And dude, this is just my one take. There's no crazy story. There's no anything like that. There's one story.
There's always one.
There was this lesbian girl there who was like friends with Nick Dildine's girl or something like that. And she asked us, she goes, like, how do you and Nick know each other? And I go, oh, we met here.
That's
like
really
trying to be funny.
That's funny. They didn't get the
She
humor.
goes-
They don't like the humor.
Didn't get the joke.
No.
She goes, wait, really?
Oh.
And I go, no. We met like in college. She's like, oh, why would it be funny that you met here?
That's like the scene from The Office. Oh, you can meet my yoga instructor. Oh, I'm actually a lesbian. Oh, you are? I'm gay. Oh, I'm actually not. Why would you say that? It's like, we're just fucking around. Like, let's
Yeah.
relax.
No, I was just like, it's ironic. Like, I just said it because it's ironic. You wouldn't expect it, and that's why it would be funny. And then she was like, relax. I was just trying to make you uncomfortable. I was just like, all right. I just don't like
The
it.
worst. That's why I don't put myself in those
She
situations.
was completely insufferable. It was ridiculous. But here's my one take. Gay bars greater than lesbian bars. Now, I know what you're thinking. Josh, you're a straight man. Wouldn't you want to be in the bar with all the women? And that logically makes sense. But they just don't get down like the gays.
Now, would you?
Like, the dance floor was a little dry. You know what I mean?
I feel that. Yeah.
It was lacking some. It was lacking something. It was lacking some energy. It was lacking some sexuality. It was just middle school Catholic dance.
Hey,
vibe.
that makes total sense because in a bar full of dudes, those you got to think about how
Acid
dudes,
chicks.
how you think about women is how that guy's probably thinking about dudes, and that's I
Right.
mean, I feel like the girls are never getting in that state of mind, and that's why the gay bars be popping.
Well, maybe it's that. Maybe it's because the gay bars are more welcoming to a
That true.
straight man.
I feel like yes, yeah.
Because they're like, all right, at least like he's a man, you know. But I feel like me and Dildan are both sitting there with our quarter zips, just like couldn't be more
Couldn't be any
heterosexual.
straighter.
Yeah, just couldn't be any straighter. And we're trying to vibe. We were vibing.
Right.
We were dancing, but it just felt like there was no place for me to stand. It felt like it was architecturally designed for people with smaller shoulder widths. I know that's not even possible,
with,
but
with smaller shoulders and bigger hips. All the doors
Yeah,
were
I'm
triangle
telling you,
shaped.
every door was a triangle. You know, unisex
brutal.
bathrooms. It was just,
No, that is I think I do agree with that, but I feel like that's what most people say about the sentiment in general is like the G's are more welcoming than the
Than the
L's,
Ls.
just
Yeah.
in general, even to each other. You know what I mean? Like that's not like a straight thing. That's just but
Yeah.
I fuck if I know.
And the B's are just somewhere sitting up against the wall. Like, I'll fuck both of you.
I'm in. That's the bees are saying. No, me and Maddie T. It's funny. We went to a Sharks game. Like I think it was not this past season, but one before. And like we're leaving, and we both had like a couple beers. He's like, "Hey, let's just like because we parked at his work, and he's like, let's just pop into this bar." It was like, let's grab a beer.
Splash?
What?
Does he take you to Splash?
No, I don't. It wasn't Splash, but it was like one that was having like
Nah.
it was like a pride night at a bar. So it wasn't a gay bar, but it was like it was that night. And so we both walked in and like looked around, and it took us both 2 seconds. We were like, yeah, this isn't two guys walking in alone. Like it's much different when you're walking in with a group, but two dudes walking alone is a little Johnny Cakesy, you know what I mean?
What are you trying to communicate to the room by being there?
Not
You
that
know?
exactly.
Right.
Yeah. But dude, so funny. So this person that I work with is like we're in charge of like the facilities, and so for June at work we put the pride flag up. And it's like a big to do. The CEO of the company comes and like yada yada yada, but us being facilities, we're the ones that put the flag up. And so this girl I work with, it's her building. She like runs everything there. It's on her. And she like is telling me all this, and she's like, I'm super nervous. Like the guy that used to have this building like used to do it. Like I've never done it before. Like last year I just watched him. Like I don't think I'd be able to do it. And I'm like, oh, you'll be fine. Like I'll show you. Like I'll walk you through it. So like we go out there and we like tie the flag a couple times, whatever. Like easy peasy. And she's like, oh, that's awesome. She's like, would you do it? And I was like, no. No. Yeah, you got me fucked up. Absolutely.
You're like sexuality is a spectrum, and my line is right there.
That and yes, but I don't like being in front of groups. Like that's not my thing. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
oh, it was a ceremonial.
it's a
thing.
ceremony. Yeah, it's in front of the CEO.
gotcha.
They bring everyone from the campus. It's like a big to do. Like I said, it's crazy. They're taking pictures. I'll probably be up in the hallway, sweating bullets, fucking doing it. And so, anyways, she goes, "Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll do it. Like, thanks for showing me." Okay, 2 days go by. She's then in a meeting. She's like, "Okay, so I'm thinking of taking the first, or it might not have been the first. It's like the first days of June." She's like, I'm taking this and this off if that's okay with everyone. And I don't think about it. And I'm like, yeah, like whatever, like I'll cover your buildings. Happens to be those days. And I'm like, you fucking son of a bitch.
She knew exactly what she was
knew
doing.
exactly what she was doing and took 2 days off to not make it look as obvious. But I'm like, you motherfucker. So I'm going to get stuck raising the pride flag at work.
Dude, you gotta get one
Just
of these.
then, I'm
dude.
bringing a rainbow glove. Just fucking
That's it. That's what I'm saying, dude. You gotta John Carlos
crazy,
it.
crazy.
That'd be so sick.
But I
Well,
was
it's
like,
an honor, Jim.
it is an honor. It's an honor and a privilege. I'll be flying it
You're a
way.
real life Harvey Milk.
Yeah, that's what my dad always calls me. That's my middle name. He said I was named after him, not his father. That's what he says. But I will be flying it way below the American flag. We only have one
Are you
pole.
gonna fly it at half mast?
I'll go a little above mast half because half mast is for the fallen. You feel me?
I feel you.
Can't disrespect. I'll fly it at
I just watched
half mast, quarter mast.
Speaking of flags, just watched Iwo Jima documentary.
Oh, sick.
Dude, I never knew the details of that fucking
Flags of Our
battle.
Fathers, is that?
I think that's that movie. I
Yeah.
never saw that movie though.
Yeah, it's it's that's the movie. You're right, not the documentary.
Oh, yeah.
It's it's so crazy.
Dude, shout out this channel on YouTube called Operations Room. It'll take you like, it'll
I
do
like
an
that.
animation. It's sick. It'll take you through an animation of like historical records accurate as fucking possible.
Like the
it'll,
movements
like-
in the battles and shit, like that sort
The
of stuff.
movements of the battles and then where
Ah.
people died, exactly where they died, they turn into a flag.
That's
Like
sick.
it's so fucking sick. It'll tell you which like battalion, which fucking troop, like which fucking
So
company is doing what.
tell me
you
you
know.
followed Easy Company. Does he do some on Easy Company?
He does.
Oh,
That's how I
sick.
first got it. Because
That's
it'll
sick.
take you through it literally says from Band of Brothers, like it was a whole like series on his channel.
Yeah, because I remember
Like-
like the diagrams that they had, because that's like as true as it gets, and it was documented. So they have like all the diagrams of the movements they made. Dude, that's so dope.
Yeah, so definitely a fucking fun watch as I'm falling asleep lately. But yeah, I didn't realize how intense that shit was. I'm pretty sure like on the first day, like 80% of the troops that went out got killed.
Yeah, a lot of them never made it to. It's the absolute most absurd.
This is the story that I thought that you might love from the whole thing. Total gym move. Fucking the flag that I guess they put up, or some significant flag. I'm pretty sure it's the one they put up. There was like a politician like on the aircraft carrier outside the island that like wanted that flag.
Oh,
like
fuck you.
and the colonel's like, that's not his flag. That's the flag of the men that were fallen trying to like
Hell yeah.
make this all happen. And I guess locked it up in his locker. Like, and the politician never got like the real flag. But
Fuck
then the
it.
guy died on the on the battlefield. The guy that like locked it up in his locker.
That's kind of
So
sick.
that was like his last like stand, was like, no, you're
Yeah.
not getting this, you know. So
Dude, fuck them. That's so
he's
sick.
disobeying direct orders. He's like, fuck no. And they sent him like a fake flag. They sent back
Yeah,
a fake
that's what I
flag.
mean. Yeah, like fucking, he probably
Classic.
rubbed it all over his dick and said, "Hey, take this, bitch. Fucking suck it."
Yeah.
That's the only time I would approve of American flag being rubbed on a fucking nutsack, is to go to a politician. Fucking suck me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Good stuff.
That is good stuff. I mean, I think I might have brought it up before, but I was watching a lot of like at my old job, I would just be on YouTube watching like Fallujah live footage, because like a lot of those guys were wearing helmet cams, like
GoPros.
a lot
yeah.
of both illegally and legally, but like yeah, it was like crazy shit. And I would be watching those battles, and you'd see like there was one where this guy forgot his belt, and he's like running with his M4, like holding up his like fucking pants, like trying to like waddle, and I'm like, oh my god, bro, you're in the middle of war. Where the fuck's your belt?
What a crazy thing. The Operation Room channel did a couple things on Fallujah too.
That's it.
So
Yeah, crazy.
there you go. Jump right in. Did you ever see the documentary Restrepo?
Dude, Restrepo is very sick. Sebastian Younger, I think, is he Restrepo? I think he was. I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah.
But yeah, dude, Restrepo in the Cornegal Valley.
Yep.
He's oh fuck,
So
dude. Those
sick.
guys are so. How does that not make you? How do you not want to join after watching some of that shit? It's just like
Band of Brothers got me the closest I've ever gotten. Band of Brothers, fucking Corngal. But dude, I've thought about it. I mean, if I was joining the military, I'd be a real good cook or a fucking great painter.
See,
know?
I could never do it now, but I told you I could have been brainwashed at 18. Someone caught me on the wrong day and gave me a fucking good speech. I would have ran through a
If
brick
someone
wall.
came to your school with a pull-up bar and fucking
Those
said,
guys,
have you ever thought about the
bro,
Marines?
bro, fuck those guys. Those guys, why do you think that pussy wasn't overseas? He was recruited
No,
for
there's a reason why you're out of middle school and not doing anything important.
Crazy.
But-
And they're like, you could win this Hummer. You do 100 pull-ups, this Hummer is yours. It's like, fuck off. Go get in your Camaro and drive off, buddy.
Yeah.
But okay. Well, speaking of dying,
Battles. Yeah.
we're-
Are you jumping to the draft here?
I was going to, but hey, we can keep going.
No, can we unpack the question of the day?
Oh shit! Yeah. I forgot about
You
that.
have it in front of you?
I'll pull up the
Or
text.
negative?
I got it. Okay, so this is the classic: pick two to defend yourself. The rest are coming to kill you.
All right.
So there is this 50 horned owls? It looks like
Okay.
10 saltwater crocodiles,
Okay.
3 grizzly bears.
Uh-oh.
7 look like Asiatic buffalo, big buffalo.
Big buffalo. Yeah.
See him in there. I'll put the picture.
We'll
on
throw
the
the
thing.
image up. Yeah.
1 hunter,
Yep.
15 wolves.
Human with a gun.
Human with a
Yeah.
gun, but it looks like a hunter. His scope's on backwards in this picture. That's fucking hilarious. You can't. It's the shadow, but you can tell which way's which. That's embarrassing. 10,000 rats, 5 gorillas, and 4 lions.
All right. And you get to pick 2 of these to
2 of
defend
these-
yourself against the other.
Exactly.
And I think if I have it correctly, there's 9 options.
9 options.
You got two to save you and 7 coming after you. And I think there's an obvious answer here, Jim, and I want to know if we end up on the same page here.
The human is the obvious answer.
The human is the one obvious answer, but I think both can be obvious.
I don't.
I think the human with the gun is what you need, right?
And 10,000
And then-
rats.
Bingo.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Because I'm thinking you don't need the rats to kill a single animal. You just need the rats to stop the animals in their tracks. Get them to fight the rats.
This is true.
You know, you see what I'm saying? And then the hunter's up at, he's up on the roof
The only
He's on high
issue
ground,
is, I mean,
and he's just picking them off as they're fighting the rats.
what's 10,000 divided by 50? So you knock off a 0, that's 1,000. So each owl's got to pick off 1,000 rats, because the owls are going to be the ones that are tough to fucking pick off.
Shoot.
Yeah.
But they're the least likely to kill you.
Least likely to kill you, but they're going to be taking your rats. They're taking your protectors.
But again, 1,000 rats
A piece is a lot.
a piece? It's a lot.
That is a lot. How?
My thing is, this is my question: is can the rats get the bears to stop running towards me and start trying to kill them?
What are the
Or
odds?
does the bear just keep running?
I don't know if the bears wouldn't be scared of 10,000 rats. They've never seen 10,000 rats. That's crazy.
It's a lot coming at you.
It's especially if you get in that fucking rat tail. What do they call that? The rat king situation where they all get wrapped up and become like one disgusting
Yeah.
bundle.
Yeah.
I like that.
So-
Like you said, the hunter feels obvious because that's how you're gonna get the furthest away action. It doesn't say what gun, so I'm assuming we get an arsenal. I get
Nice rifle.
yeah, exactly.
If he has a machine gun, that's better.
I would,
You know?
but it looks like he's taking a hunting rifle in this photo. I would say a nice
We're
30
semi-automatic.
30. Yeah, give him a lever action. If you get a lever action,
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So how many bullets with a hunting gun
so that's
with
50.
a lever action?
Oof.
How many bullets would it take to put down a bear?
It depends what kind of gun you bring. That's what I mean. So it's like if you're bringing the 50 cal, you're not gonna want to. The 50
2 or
cal
3
might
shots, right?
the 50 cal might be the only. No, that's too big. Because you also have to kill gorillas and lions. Like
What do people use to hunt elk?
like a 30 Probably a little bigger than a 30-06, like a 30 win. But like, you could hunt bears with that. It's just going to take more shots. But you bump it up to the 50 cal, a lot more kick. It's going to take you a little bit more time in between shots because a lot of them are single loaders.
Well, and we never really talked about the setting of the fight.
That's huge.
I'm thinking, this is how I imagine it. We're on the Dutton Ranch.
Okay.
You know, like from Yellowstone. You know, maybe the top of a hill, and there's just like a bunch of yard and acreage. And you and the hunter and the rats are all starting at the Dutton house.
The wolves are sketch. I'm looking at the wolves now. I forgot they were there. 15 of them. Those things work together.
But the thing is that we can take a wolf with our bare hands.
That's not true at all.
Well, we have a puncher's chance.
No. Dude, wolves are fucking huge. Think about the biggest dog you've seen. A wolf's bigger than that. It's like as tall as a Great Dane, but filled out. Maybe a little shorter than a Great Dane.
Yeah, but it also
out.
doesn't have thumbs.
But it has fangs. It'll
You're
fucking bite
fucking
your thumbs.
blue belt, Jim.
Don't matter.
Dude,
this is like Arian Foster tried to say this
choke
back
out
in the
people
day.
that have limbs and thumbs. Why couldn't you choke out a wolf?
Because I can't put a wolf in a triangle. Their arm's not going in their carotid. My rear naked's not sick enough. My rear naked is not sick enough.
Arm bar that bitch.
That is true. I could. No.
Anyway,
no
my theory on the wolf.
We've
had this conversation on this pod, but you let him bite the forearm.
But there's
you
15.
Just let him have that.
15.
And we're banging.
One wolf that might work. I still think their bite force just breaks through your arm and you're just fucking limp.
But I think they will be distracted by the rats. They will go to war with the rats. I'm more worried about the bears just not even paying attention to them.
Yeah, there's 3.
Was there lions in there as well?
There's 4 lions. 5 gorillas.
I'm worried about the lion. No, the lions are scared of mice. Oh, no, that's elephants.
Yeah. I was gonna say cats love mice. What are you smoking? But then gorillas.
Well, they love mice so much that they'll try and chase it.
I guess
people don't think about the element of distraction,
or the element of surprise. Fuck it. Let's just start shooting shots in the air. No one knows what's coming. Scare them all away. You think these animals aren't going to run off when shots start ringing out? Come on.
I like that. That's why the gun is important. Audio. Dude, a bear would run.
A lot, unless they're fucking deranged and hungry. If they're just having eaten.
Yeah.
Dunzo.
Well, I think we covered it, Jim.
I think that, yeah. Rats, humans. 10,000's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah. And that would
It's not enough, though. It's not enough.
But think about
how many other species, like how many total do they have in their team?
So it's 57, 67, 70, 85, 94.
94. So we're only talking about less than what? I mean, what is that? Like 100 rats per person?
No.
No.
It's like
1,000 rats per person?
Yeah. Or is it 100? It might be 100. I don't
No,
fucking
I think
know.
it's less. I don't know.
I think it's
I'm not good at
100. I think it is
but
100. I don't fucking know. I'm
It's
bad
not
at
great
math.
numbers when you break it down.
It's not, but at the same time, you got to think about the value rats are bringing to you versus what they would be against you. Battling 10,000 rats is a real issue.
Well, when I first saw this, I thought, well, the rats are definitely not on my team. That was my first thought. Because 10,000 rats, dude, are they going to kill you? How are they going to kill you?
They just swarm.
It'd be scary. It'd be gross. But, like, what are they going to do? Nibble you to death?
Have you seen fucking Fast and Furious? Too Fast, Too Furious, where they put the rat under the can
if you
and
put
he
them in
just
a
eats
bucket on your stomach, it'll start to dig.
But if you can't run over the rats and they start running up your legs and they just swarm you, and it's just like, you're done. I don't know.
But I don't know either. I don't know how the actual death would be. I don't know the death below.
Well, let's take that 97, cut it in half because 50 of those are owls. So the rats aren't going after the owls. So there's your double your rat count onto each animal.
Yeah.
Still, I don't know. Tricky.
Interesting stuff, man. Tricky stuff.
JP.
Mr. JP just entered the room. Yeah, you knew it.
Bill's legend.
JP entered the chat. Poke your head in.
JP. I love you. Dominion. What up, brother?
Up, Jim?
Hey, I've been hitting Bills over by my house. I hit it like once or twice. Does not compare to the Lincoln Bills. Just not the same.
Yeah, it really doesn't. It's
Not
not
the same.
It's not the same.
It's a whole different flavor over there.
That's what I mean.
Jim
Doesn't
already
got the
gave your
love.
shout out on the pod. He said your dad is the best dad of all time.
Dad of the year, dude. Your
is-
daughter is the funniest person. She is exactly you. It is so great.
She makes it fun.
Yeah.
She makes the whole dad game pretty fun.
She looks like she's got a lot of personality already, which is crazy because most kids don't until they're a little bit older. So it's funny to watch.
Yeah.
Good sign. Good sign.
Hey, excuse me while I take a drink of my 2 liter.
I love how JP prepares for a week at San Diego. Get him a 2 liter. He's a roofer now,
2 liter
baby.
dummies.
He's a
Yeah.
roofer.
2 liters, I'm fine. Can of
Hey,
corn, I'm
can of
fine.
corn.
Can of
fine.
corn, I'll be all right. I love it. I think we.
Draft?
I'm gonna head back up.
Hey, JP, I'll see you soon, brother. Take care.
Hell yeah. I appreciate the welcoming warmness to me
Absolutely.
jumping on the pod.
Hey, anytime, brother. I'd love to have you.
Let's
Clip
go.
it up, man. Clip it up. That's it. Good stuff.
JP, fucking ledge.
We're drafting worst ways to die tonight.
Worst ways to die. Which I did a little preparing, and by preparing I mean just brainstorming throughout the day and writing them down. God, that guy makes my day. Every time I see it, no one's happier to see people, and it's like I was never really that close to JP, but every time I see him, it's still like a hug and how you doing, how's life. It's like sets the bar
Top
high.
tier energy, right?
The best.
You got to bring that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to bring it.
Love it. That deserves a Zen. Are you guys going through a Zen shortage in San Diego?
A little bit here and there. Chevron needs to get their act together.
Yeah, that's what my issue is too. I mean, maybe it's just Chevron's got a shortage because I've been going in.
We
and
got to start getting it from the website, Jim.
I'm not signing for shit. Once you're in too deep once you're getting it delivered. I've been buying by the log though. When I see it in a full wrapper, I'm like, 5 now here.
Chevron's had a deal for buy the full log, save $5, whatever.
Exactly, money. All right, but here what we're drafting worst ways to die. Simple. I mean, as simple or as complicated as you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
But with that being said, that's the draft. There's the tones. You want first or second here?
I want second.
Okay. The worst way to die, and I think about this every time I'm on an airplane, is not just going down on an airplane, but let's say there's a team full of middle school a middle school basketball team on your flight. Plane goes down. Boom, news story hits. The whole story is not about the passengers. It's about Willow Glen Middle School basketball team dies in plane crash.
Yeah.
You're forgotten. You're not remembered at all. You just you're literally a statistic. And maybe that's the worst part about it. But on top of 1, the plane, but 2, you're nothing. You're just the guy that went down with the basketball team.
You're not even noteworthy.
Exactly. And that's sad about dying is I think everyone wants to leave a little mark, whether you think you do or not. I think everyone does. But yeah, I mean, do you ever think about that on planes, like going down, like working at an airport a lot? Like, did that ever go through your mind? Like,
my biggest thought on planes is I think about what if it crashed. I always do the hypothetical in my head, like fuck.
looking who to eat first.
What if we crash? Like, what if the plane's going down? And then every time I run through that scenario in my head, there's nothing I can do.
That's fair.
About it.
There's nothing.
And so that's usually what gives me like a lot of peace, where it's like if there's turbulence or anything like that, I mean, what the fuck am I gonna do about it?
That's how, because I was afraid to fly forever. You just gotta. You're either gonna die or you're not. You know what I mean? Let go and let be. How do you feel about like what do they call it? Like company airlines are trying to kill you by like that bracing position where you put your head down is like really them trying to get you to snap your neck on injury. Have you ever heard that? You know how like they tell you to brace with your hands like covered when like if your plane were to go down. And so the theory is they have you do that because your head hits the seat in front of you and snaps your neck and kills you instantly. That way the airline doesn't have to pay the insurance. Can't sue if you're dead.
But, hey man, it's smart. I mean, it goes against my instincts. I'd be like this.
Right? Stiff arming it, just back, break both your
stiff
arms.
Arm, break the elbows, you know? Anything but the neck. Anything but the neck.
Protect your neck. Wu-Tang said it best. All right, here we go. What are you going?
All right. Worst way to die. This might be a little specific.
Oh boy.
Starting a fight and getting knocked out and dying on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Having your death be a world star moment.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You just become a viral clip. Which is like...
I don't know if it's the best, though. I don't know if it's the best, but that's why I added, like, you're the dick in the video.
Exactly.
Like, you're trying to be a tough guy.
The instigator.
You're trying to start a fight. Like, you being the bully gets KO'd, but it's like bully gets KO'd to death.
It's
being that guy.
Unfortunately, everyone be watching being so satisfied. Like, oh, this guy had exactly what he had coming to him. Like, fuck this. That's so funny because it's the exact opposite of mine. Like, you'll forever be, like, remembered, but just in the worst way as opposed to not being remembered at all. And I don't know which is worse. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
Bully gets knocked out. I mean, I love a good bully gets knocked out
the best
post. I mean, that's the reason why I re-downloaded Twitter, but that's neither here nor there.
Dude, Twitter is, you get on the bully gets knocked out algorithm, pretty soon you're gonna get bully gets fucking shot in the face by his cousin algorithm. It's crazy.
Right. Right.
But that's a great pick because I mean, being on World Star, you have to see your family member every day for probably a solid month, and then every year when that month resurfaces, now that Facebook does memories, it's gonna come right back up, and it's like
and it zaps away any bit of like, oh, like I'm sad that he died, like I feel bad that he died, or like he was such a great guy.
You can't. I was gonna say, there's no. He was changing.
Like, your last moment is your lowest moral moment.
Yes.
And it's just
you were not a changed man. You were not changing. Moment. You were not going to church. You were a cocksucker.
You were a dick. Yeah.
I love it. That's a good one. Damn. Okay. Here's another one. I think this is a way a lot of famous musicians have died and continue to die. This is going to be the choke jerk, but you actually have you ever seen autoerotic asphyxiation? Not seen, but like heard of it, where they put a belt around their neck and they like tie it to a doorknob and they beat off and then they like finish and then they let go of the rope, and it's like supposedly for heroin addicts. It's like Chester Bennington died that way. I promise to God. They said he just hung himself. He was choke jerking. I swear to God. But it's a real thing. I
believe you, but it's like, dude, like, is it that hard to get a nut out here?
Well, and
like, you really have to kink yourself to fucking death?
That's what they say is a lot of people
I'm vanilla,
that are
baby.
I'm vanilla, baby. They say a lot of like people that go sober from heroin, like that's the closest they can possibly get to that heroin feeling, is like busting a nut, but also like choking to death. And so I forget there's one famous guy that like they actually went in and he was sitting there, dick in hand, belt on the thing. And it's like, that would be the absolute, the lowest of low. Your disgusting body, probably bloated from God knows how much or what you were doing, and just
just gross. No one wants to get caught in that moment. That's just a horrible, horrible way to be found.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's
you got to think about when they find your body.
Exactly. Story. I want to be fully clothed. I mean, I'm in the best shape probably I've been in a long time right now, and I still don't think I would want to be found completely naked. I think I would be like, oh shit, get me
Right.
get me a
Throw some
towel,
shorts
get me
on 'em.
something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Real.
being found choke jerking yourself to death is number 2 for me. Tough way to go.
Tough.
All right, round 2. Here you go.
All right. I'm gonna go with drowning / getting caught in a riptide, to be more specific.
100%. I have something like that on the list.
Now, I've heard drowning's not the worst because you'll pass out before you die. But does it really make a difference? It's your last moments of consciousness, whether you fucking pass out or you die right away. It's like hoping for that last breath. It just sounds horrible.
Right. And that's what I put getting lost at sea, and then I put drowning, but like you combine the two, like the riptide, you know what's happening. That's the scariest thing, is like you know what's happening and there's no stopping it. Like, and I guess with the drowning, I was thinking of more like going off a bridge in a car where like your car is filling up and like you know, like you just can't get out and you know you're gonna drown, but like there's nothing you can do. So that's all you're thinking about is like, I'm gonna drown, and then it happens. But either way, that is a horrible way to go out.
Always been the one I'm most fearful of. I just really don't want to drown. Like, I just don't.
And
I'm scared of those.
It can happen so easily. Like, that's the thing. Like, we're around pools like so much as kids. Like, it's surprising we don't see it more. Like, just in a normal setting. Because like so many people can't swim that don't say anything because they're embarrassed and like get in the pool. Or like in middle school, I remember people trying to go with like the strong swimming group, and it's like, brother, like you can't put your face in the water. Like just go in the standing pool. No one's gonna make fun of you for too long. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna drown.
Whirlpool Wednesday, bro. Come on.
So sick. Literally the best. But yeah, I mean, drowning's a tough way to go. Water's always terrifying. The ocean's terrifying. You in the ocean a lot down there?
Dude, this past weekend I was. Yeah, I've been trying to get more after it since summer's here. Got a nice tan going, actually. A nice base burn.
Nice.
I'm gonna be freaking Toscano dark by the time you see me next year.
I'm just farmer's tanned up. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, I can still see the muscle definition. Hey, that's fucking Joe Thoreau style right there.
Shout out. He just lost. Damn.
I know.
Love Joe. Got caught, but hey, lives to fight another day. Said he's not injured. Up and running.
He needs you in the camp, dude. He needs a jiu-jitsu specialist, bro.
I'm definitely not a specialist. That is for sure. But yeah, nah, he's sick. Sometimes you gotta get beat.
He was on a pretty good win streak, right? Pretty
like
long
4 or
win streak.
5, 6. But sometimes that's what it takes to get that fire back, baby. But yeah, shout out Joe T. All right, round 3. Here we go. I'm going with one we've seen more often lately, especially if you've been on Twitter, but burning alive.
Yeah,
and
Tuffy.
We've seen it self-immolating, which is crazy. I couldn't ever imagine like dipping yourself in gasoline. And like the first guy that did it for Israel was like,
for Palestine.
We
don't even know his name.
Don't know his name.
Imagine burning yourself alive for a cause and we don't even remember his name.
And I'm sure we're probably the only people to talk about him today. I think that story's already so blown over. But he stood in there tough. He didn't really scream, didn't say anything. Like this last guy at least gave a couple screams towards the end. Yeah.
That's what really makes it.
Yeah,
sick,
it hits.
You know?
Yeah,
That's what really
crazy.
gets it for the cameras.
Fuck. And have you ever driven by an accident, like a car that's burned, and like you get that smell where it's like, oof, like that's not just rubber. Oof.
Or just the heat, dude. If you ever been by a fire and just like drove past it, you'll feel it, or walk, been around it.
That's the crazy one. Like fire on the side of like the freeway and you're just driving by, but you still feel it like blazing at your window. It's fucking it's weird. But yeah, I mean, that seems like a terrible.
Burning alive, though, is another one. I heard that like all the nerves get burned right away, so it's not too painful after the initial burning of your whole body.
Brother, that guy's whole body was a blister. That shit was crazy. You can't tell me that don't hurt. It's crazy. It looks fucking bonkers, if anything else. But yeah, that's a bad way to go out. Round 3, here you are.
Round 3, getting stabbed. In my mind, I'm in prison when this happens. Like that's my least favorite way to get
Who
stabbed.
are you? Let's say you go into the California prison. My bad for cutting you off. Who are you rolling with? Are you rolling with
I'm in trouble, Jim.
Yeah,
I'm in trouble, Jim.
big trouble.
Big trouble. I think I'm rolling with the gays. Rolling with the gays.
Bro, that's a decision.
Dude, honestly, I have no idea. I try and just keep to myself. I think the rule is you're supposed to knock out the first person that tests you, which I feel like is just horrible advice.
That seems like horrible. Exactly.
Right? Everyone, that's like the one piece of advice you hear about prison is like, if someone tries you on the first day, you got to let them know you're not one to be messed with. But it's like, all right. And then what? Now I'm just stuck in this place with this guy punched in the face who's a dangerous criminal.
Exactly.
Like he's just going to stab me. What the fuck is that?
That's crazy.
But I would rather get shot than stabbed, 100%. It just feels like
bleeding out because stabbing.
God, we're getting this whole death topic, Jim.
It is bad. It's brutal, but it's a good draft. But it's brutal.
It is a good draft
but
idea, but
stabbing is so personal. You know what I mean? Like shooting.
Oh my God, is it personal? And like I've seen videos of like a store owner getting like robbed. And then he like pulls out the knife and fucking starts going to work on this guy. Yeah. Hits him in the neck, and
that
the guy, as soon
crazy.
as he gets
I'm
his
dying.
neck goes,
I'm dying.
Bang! He goes, I'm dead. I'm dying.
And the guy, I'm like, fuck. At some point, it's like you shouldn't have been robbing the shop, brother. Like, what the fuck? Like,
100%. But
I
it's just
know
crazy how
I
the
feel.
body knows. Like the body knows instantly. Like that was not a recoverable one.
No.
I'm dead.
I
got.
Dude, that video was absolutely bonkers. The guy fucking right in the neck. How is that your first fucking right in the neck? Crazy.
Dude, this guy, that was not his first time stabbing someone.
No,
for sure.
Yeah, fucking yeah. But yeah, no, it's and you have the whole bleed out process, which can be really quick or really short, depending on where you get fucking poked. But wow, a little pokey in the pokey for Josh.
I think that should have been my first pick.
That one makes your like stomach turn. Like thinking about it, it's like all the other ones are like whatever, but that one's
you're dead. But that one's like
brutal.
You feel yourself dying.
Right.
You know, it's not like I'm gonna die now. I'm dead. It's like
you have time to say
dying.
I'm dying. Like you get shot, you're like it's happening so quick, but you have time to cover up your wound and be like.
See what your heart looks like.
Right? Oh, brutal. I like it though. I mean, I don't like it, but it's a good pick. Good pick. All right, round 4. I'm gonna go something a little more lighthearted here. I'm gonna go with choking on food.
Wow. Yeah.
It's embarrassing. If you're alone, that's sad. If you're with people and none of them can save you with the Heimlich, that's troubling. But either way, choking on food is a horrible way to go. It's another one where you're like not getting air and you're like like you want to say I'm choking, but like nothing can come out, and you're just like
relying on other people. So you're fucked.
100%. Have you ever choked on anything to the point of like needing the Heimlich?
No, but Kenny did back in Little League days. Put a whole rip roll in his mouth as he's going up to bat.
It almost made me spit my fucking water out. That shit was so fucking funny. I wish I was there for that.
I wasn't, but the story lives on in infamy. Literally almost died. He goes up to David Del Roche's dad, Xavier. He goes, Xavier goes, fucking, you're up to bat. Get out there. And fucking P-Hawk's dad fucking goes, he's choking. Gives him the Heimlich. Rip roll all in the fucking baseball infield
shoots
shirt.
Out. And you know what song was playing in the background? Phrase How to Save a Life. I mean, can't script that. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend.
Yeah.
So good. Nah, choking on food. I'm glad we have Kenny with us. I forgot he was almost a victim. I choked on cheese from a pizza once. That's scary.
That's scary.
As a kid, and it's like the parents are like the Heimlich, and then they're pulling out the string, and it's like a glob, and it just keeps breaking off, and it's like, oh no, This is how we lose one of the 5. This is how it ends.
God, you gotta hope that internal body heat just melts it.
That's
At that point,
exactly
that was your only hope.
Just a block of cheese in the throat. But yeah, choking on food's a bad way to go.
Yeah, it is.
But round 4 for you, Sefe Yoshua. What are we?
Yeah, it's interesting you call me Sefer Yehoshua because I'm going a little bit more biblical on this one.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with being crucified.
Nice, good pull. That is.
You know what I mean? Nails in the hand, it's getting infected. You'll never be the guy that's known for dying on the crucifix either. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's Jesus's territory.
That's Jesus.
Got that shit locked up.
Flame. That's his territory.
So stay in your lane, bitch.
You the whole time you're up there, you have time to think about it. You're like, at least this is so fucking epic. The whole town can see me. You know what I mean? I'm like a big poster board out here. But then
that's like day one. That's
happening.
Only
gonna remember the J-Dog, dude.
For sure. But even if you do go up there, like the first day, people are watching you get nailed up, and they're like, "Oh wow, this is so sad." And they might be out there until like 3, 4 a.m. But when that first group gets tired, no one's coming back. You might get a couple stragglers here and there, but you're going to starve to death on that cross by yourself, young blood. And it ain't going to be nice.
That's if the birds don't get you first.
Oof. Could you imagine getting picked apart by birds?
10,000 rats come and eat your nipples off?
I'd rather have the rats than birds, honestly.
Yeah?
I think
birds
so.
are more.
Yeah, that would be just so annoying. It'd just be like, get it over with. Fucking eat me. I don't know. Crucified, that's a good one though. I mean, like you said, it's J-Dog's territory, but you never know. All right, last round. Let's wrap this bad boy. All right, let's we'll go with getting eaten by a bear.
Because they go testes first, don't they?
Yeah, they just go like asshole testicle region first. They're just going for the organs, and they're going to your stomach. Grizzly man's always scared me. They just found bones of that man when he was done. He was cleaned, licked clean, bones eaten and shit out. It was like nuts. I mean, I feel like a lion would be bad, but I feel like a lot of times they get scared off by other predators. Bears are like, they're the apex. Once they get on food, they get a scent of you and they want it, fucking you're done.
They don't even see your skin. They're just seeing your insides.
That's the craziest part. Your whole thing is food. Like I feel like a lot of other animals are like, okay, we get to the inside, that's the good stuff. The bear's like, nah, we're eating all of it, and then the body will decide what's food and what I'm shitting out. Like crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess
foot long bones.
Eaten alive by any animal, like a shark would be bad too. Like in water, completely defenseless. I guess with the bear, at least you have a chance to like maybe hit him in the nose or fucking something. But yeah, I don't know. But getting eaten alive would be horrid. And that's, I mean, again, morbid topic, but that's gonna be my 5th pick. All right,
yeah,
take us home. Where are we going? Country roads.
I'm gonna go a little bit more on the like, why did I do this? I'm an idiot as I'm dying route. I'm gonna go parasailing.
Ooh.
Not like the one on the back of the boat, but like the one where you're like laid flat on your stomach, holding the bar. Yeah, paragliding, whatever the fuck it's called.
That's it.
You know, a fucking one big gust of wind comes in from the north side, and you're fucking going face first into the cliff,
slamming into the mountain.
Look, honey, take a picture. I'm flying. Oh, I'm dead.
Is that Wedding Crashers?
Yeah.
So good. That's funny. I had parachuting, like skydiving on my, I mean, could you imagine packing your own parachute and then like ripping it doesn't go, reserve doesn't go, and you have 4,000 feet to like just think about how am I going to try and brace this fall? Do you pass out? I don't know.
I almost picked that, but then I was like, is that kind of epic?
Kinda, but like, I don't know. There's this one chick from jiu-jitsu that goes fucking skydiving all the time, and I'm like, God damn, that looks...
Okay, Ricky Yakinelli.
Yeah, no, she like
Shout out.
did professional like in competitions, like she's one of the ones that you'll see like on Instagram where they're like all holding hands, flying in formation and shit, and I'm like, not from literally would rather do anything else. Like that looks
Yeah.
so scary. But damn, that's a good morbid draft. You know, we'll stay away
That's
from
it.
that for a while. We got it out of the way. It's been on the list for a minute.
Hey, and to those of you that are scared to death and need a little trigger warning for this, like, here's
Eat some
something about
shrooms.
death. Remember before you were born? Wasn't so bad, was it?
That's true. That is always tricky to
Was
think
it?
about.
Was it that bad? Just think back. I mean,
What happens
It
when the
wasn't
lights
bad.
go out? Does anything, or is it just the lights go out,
isn't that as good as it gets?
or is it as scary as it gets? That's up for you to decide. And for that, we thank you. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, y'all. Peace.